The Azure Coast, the French Riviera, or Côte d'Or, to use the French term any name you want to give this. It's been a summer in the dazzling region. Location for the poshest members of society even now. Since the 1800s, it has been a Russian is a favorite of British royalty. Hello and welcome to Z. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Oligarchs and commoners with all the venues on have sophisticated preferences. The lovely French Riviera is the location where there is an option for every price range. Beautiful boutique hotels with superb dining restaurants and good, inexpensive bistros, lively marketplaces with free food for the public beaches, a lot of historical buildings, and many different water activities, even more energetic visitors. So if you're preparing to travel to Nice, France, or wondering if it's the right place for you, the top destinations for your upcoming holiday selections in this ideal all-season destination: Kings Hill. If you're seeking the most well-liked, it must be a lovely thing to do. Ascent of Castle Hill in the absence of no longer exists due to its destruction, in the hill is the highest point in 1706 town, and traveling up there are worth it because there are historical a cathedral and boundary walls, admiration for manicured areas with a magnificent man-made waterfall referred to as beautiful views of the Nice Cascade in Dijon every day, and from the viewing deck administrators launch a cannon at noon. If you don't feel like starting at the top, if you have trouble walking up or can't, there is an antique elevator integrated into the rock that will transport you the most. There is no access to Castle Hill at all. Free Russian Orthodox Cathedral in Nicholas in the 1800s. Pleasant winters were popular. Destination for Russian military personnel. Noble, they were scrambling to get away. The gloomy winters in their native country. French climates are always sunny. They stayed there for several months at a time. And in need of a place of worship, constructed the Russian St. Nicholas. Given its unusual design, the Orthodox Cathedral, it's the Russian architectural style. Undoubtedly one of the strangest structures, were very beautiful. It was finished in 1912 and benefited the expanding surviving members of the Russian community. Step inside the space today between 9 and view elaborate gold carvings at 6 o'clock, beautiful green towers and gilding. Please put your camera away after use. You are not permitted to take pictures. You desire more in-depth explorations of what to do and see when romance is at its peak. Travel destinations globally, then make sure to please like and share this video. Please click here to watch more of our videos. Favorite aging Nice. There is a new Nice and an older one. Can you tell which one we like? Nice? Nice is lying beneath Castle Hill and includes the earliest components of this ancient tourist destination that is crowded to the. There are things that ooze old charm. City squares with stunning Baroque churches, pastel-colored, small, cobblestone street structures, street-side restaurants, and live. There is music practically wherever you turn. Putting together a must-see itinerary, make sure you substitute the cathedral, smelled Lascaris Palace, the Pochette Gallery, and the Nice Opera. If you have the time, return to medieval France with this. Where to perform at location: Messina. Nice main attraction is a historic building, Place Messina Square, which serves separating the historic area of a town from the. It borrows its name from a well-known 19th André, a 19th century French military leader. Messina, the inaugural Rivoli Duke, and the enormous square boasts the Prince of Wesley. A distinctive checkerboard driveway crossed by a recently renovated tramway. Prior to reconstruction today, the square was accessible to cars. There are only pedestrians in this region. Fashionable eateries and pubs act as a central location for practically everyone. Shopping excursions, city tours, and during the summer, several festivals are held. Here, Rivoli Square. There are numerous beaches nearby. Deciding which one to visit can be difficult, especially if you are not visiting the city. For whereas some beaches are public most of the time, others are in the public. The personal ones are kept better, and there is no more stunning beach in Beau-Rivage. Exceptionally, this beach is the biggest on the French Riviera and a good location close to the historic district. The sandy luxury homes line the coastline. All restaurants have unrivaled sea views. Yes, there are other ways to pass the time. On the actual sand, which is prepared with colorful sun loungers and umbrellas. The Resort, if you want a beach with a little more amenities of a rustic feel, go to LA and make this reservation. Little Bay is east of Lovely Close. The Port District is extremely remote, however, because it is little, the sun shines through it. And water enthusiasts quickly, so arrive early. To reserve a space on this rough beach, in actuality, not much sand is present. And even excellent for snorkeling, features several vintage diving boards for those who want to learn a little more energetic in the clean waters. Expect to be more closely surrounded by locals than tourists, which in our opinion is a really good beach in Cocoa. Another private swimming beach is Cocoa Beach. Being a beach area, it is situated between it's one of the port area and La Reserve Beach, of the area's most isolated bays. So if you're ready to leave the frantic activity of the city behind, there isn't any private beach at this location. Restaurants, parasols, or sun loungers that other, more well-known locations have such bring picnic supplies, water, and towels. Food arrive here to avoid visitors. Spend out with locals and concentrate on swimming and the unobstructed outside views across the emerald waves of the Mediterranean. Travel day to Minden. Love Italy but lack the time to travel there during your visit to the French Riviera. Thankfully, the town of with an Italian influence Nice may be reached via a day trip from Minden. This attractive location is close to has a bright climate and is on Italy's border. Matching, it is well known for cultivating lemons. With the ideal balance of sweet and sour, this place even hosts a lemon festival once you're in. Around the end of February, this supposedly French jewel wanders the streets. Taste the genuine Italian food, eat and get gelato, or wait 15 minutes. Crossing the border by rail to there is in the Italian town of Ventimiglia. Amazing farmers market there every week that's worth checking out. Franceville-sur-Mer if you're on a gorgeous beach, but over the rocks if you want to ride a bus for $20, fret not. You'll arrive in minutes. This charming beach town of Villefranche-sur-Mer town Sandy Bay is well known for its makes a pleasant contrast to nice beaches with pebbles. Arrive early to reserve a space, then stay all day. Swimming while observing the yachts, eating at restaurants, and buying ice. The numerous cream stands along the coastline. If you have the time, stop by the town. It was created in the Middle Ages and has kept its cozy atmosphere despite being positioned between the opulence. If you go, check out Nice and Monaco. Wednesdays or Saturdays, go to the neighborhood. A produce market was held in the town. The nice old port, the Port Olympia, or ancient port, was built by Charles Emmanuel in 1748. The port includes the King of Sardinia, a long breakwater that is accessible on foot that concludes with a functioning lighthouse. A functional port with 10 quays is available. Take ferries to Sardinia and Corsica and observe the private and cruise ships. There are also luxurious yachts docked there. Several eateries, cafes, and marketplaces that provide regional seafood. And as soon as you've walked around to head to Napoleon Bonaparte from port itself, visit the tenement dwelling in the street where he formerly lived. The Bonaparte residence resided. Direction to Lea Markets. Few markets in Pleasant compared to the Cours Solia. The market is already saturated of the appeal of the past, with there are food and antique stalls and flowers, something to look at or possibly purchase for each member of your traveling party. Rather than bringing home cheap trinkets, refrigerator magnets, why not get one? An antique French cooking tool, or instead, a ceramic vase. A stroll in English. If you want to tap into the feminine men of the 19th and 20th centuries, there is no greater strategy than being late. Strolling along the promenade in the afternoon. This 7-kilometer-long English. The foot traffic on the sidewalk is aristocrats throughout Europe for centuries, so put on your best clothes and join forces with your buddy or beau and go for a pleasant stroll along the route. Visit the beach and the art galleries, observe the historic hotels, or just purchase an ice cream from a stand on the sidewalk. If you have anything to say, please do so now. How would you like to spend your time traveling? Sunbathing on sandy beaches, or do you tend to wander around more the historic structures? Go to the markets or get on the water and inform us. Before you continue, please see the comments section. Be sure to like and share this video. For more, click to subscribe to Viewcation, the bell button to receive notifications of all our news and tunes.